Hi everybody, my name is Titania Dahlin from EnergyMedicineWoman.com, and today I am going to tell you about the Indigo Age. Now before I do that, I need to describe what a life color is and how it works on the planet. So we have around our body an electromagnetic field, like an invisible spacesuit called an aura, and it picks up things from the environment. It also has a color and a vibration that shows who you are to the world, and that's a life color. It picks up your lessons and challenges through life, your life's path, who you are connected to as a soulmate, and what your purpose is on Earth. Like we have an aura around our body, the planet itself has an electromagnetic field around it as well that picks up a vibration and a color. And usually when that color is on the planet, then the whole consciousness, the globe, is going through the same lessons and challenges due to that life color. Now, we've been in the color and the vibration of violet for a mighty long time. Actually, since about the 60s, end of the 60s, early 70s, when it was transitioning in, and in the 80s, the color of violet was here. It was transitioning from the blue time. And so since the 80s, when it was really here on the planet and it has transitioned out of the blue time, it has been violet until about 2016. It was very interesting that indigo was here on the planet. Now, indigo has been coming in for quite a while now. Perhaps I've been feeling it for about 10 to 12 years, transitioning in, and that's how long a color transitions. It takes time, just like the Earth herself takes a lot of time to move and change. And so it is with the transitions. In the spring of 2016, when it really moved fast in. And indigo, that's the color that we are in. Indigo is a fast-moving, energetic color. And so it came in really quick when it did decide to come in. The birds above me. And when it came in, I was over in England, and it actually came into the UK and Europe before it came here to the America. And I have not sure why. Maybe it's because they see the daylight before we do, because of the date line. So this was the time of Brexit. Brexit kind of emerged in Europe, and a lot of people were for it, and a lot of people were against it. And when it transitioned and changed, a lot of people were very upset and depressed. The people who were for Brexit, woohoo! They were right on board. Well, that's when I felt the indigo shift. And it happened in the same way over here in America when Donald Trump was elected. And the same thing happened. A lot of people for him, a lot of people against them. Well, the funny thing about indigo is that it is all about balance. And it is about everything from light and dark, the masculine and feminine, and you could see it right in our own politics at the beginning of this switch over with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump trying to vie for attention. And then after that, the Me Too movement, the balance, the equality in many different diverse groups coming up and really showing themselves and presenting themselves, and saying this is who we are, and we want a fair share too. And so it is about balance there as well. It is also about balancing our own lives, balance with harmony, balance with your work and your family, your balance with the rhythms of your life, so you're not working so hard that you're just expending yourself and not having enough for your family. It is about looking at yourself and finding where the balance is within you and the way that you live your life, so that you aren't tired as much anymore, you're giving back to your family. So giving back to yourself and really loving yourself and honoring yourself and what your needs are is a big thing too about the balance. Holding balance with yourself as much as you're giving out to the world. But it's everything. It's a lot of the polarities in the earth also have begun to switch over. So in yourself, if you are feeling a little bit of rock and rollin' through these times, I wouldn't be surprised, because we also have polarities in our body and they connect to the earth. And if the earth's polarities are changing, which is very much about opposites, then your polarities can be a little bit awry. So I would say get yourself to an Eden energy medicine practitioner to help you with that. So polarities, balance. So the indigo energy is about things coming in quick, ideas coming in quick, things being downloaded quick, and it is about really seeing the individual within the tribe as well. So it's tribal consciousness, it's global consciousness, but it is also the individual itself. And so speaking up for what you need and stepping into your own power, which we learned within the violet time was really about the beginnings of empowerment. Now, in the indigo age, it is really about stepping in and figuring out what it is you need rather than what everybody else needs. And some of us do that. So this is also a time of equality for all. It's about a lot of things about waking up on the planet, awakening a consciousness, a global consciousness. It is about the global consciousness coming together. It is things like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and talking to people all the way across the world with Skype and Zoom. It is about connecting, but it is also about the individual within the tribe as well. And so a lot of ideas are coming forward right now. That is somewhat of an indigo energy. As indigo times are also about diversity, really connecting and seeing and accepting people from other faiths, other religions, different skin colors, to many different walks of life. There are different lifestyles are happening. The whole family, the traditional family of old, of the mother and the father and the two kids, probably boy and girl, and the white picket fence and the dog and a cat, are gone. This is the time when a lot of bloodlines come together, and possibly not your own bloodline. So I believe that a lot of couples are being set up to bring in children that aren't of their own blood. A lot of fertility troubles were happening within the end of the violet age and into the indigo age, and it's very interesting. And the family unit might not be a mother and a father. It might be two mothers or two fathers, or maybe there's a triad of parents or a community of parents taking care of the children. It's all looking very different these days. So I think that the universe is setting up this place where families are bringing in different bloodlines and different children of color in order to learn and have this kind of tribe, this global consciousness, even enhance itself even more within the family unit. So diversity. People are really expressing themselves in different ways to whom they are, like the whole transgender identity coming up to the forefront and saying, this is who I am. I can't deny that. That is part of the indigo experience. And very interesting with indigo individuals, many times they have a yin-yang balance kind of energy about them. So sometimes you can't quite tell if it's a girl or a boy. That's an indigo thing. Interesting. It's going to be very exciting, I think. And I feel like all of this, the darkness is happening for a reason. All these places of, the unknown, of some of the fears that are coming up, some of the politics and the way that our world is going right now. It had to happen in order for the voice of the people to come forward and meet this and say no more. this isn't going to happen anymore. We have a voice, and this can't go this way. We can't go back in time, because also this energy, a lot of Brexit and Donald Trump, this energy is very, very green. It's from another era. It's like they're not thinking outside the box. They have this safe, secure kind of mentality from the past of what worked then, and not really opening and broadening out to what is happening on the planet right now, and really really connecting with other ideas. And there's a lot of them out there, and it's all about these diverse ideas, and I love it. It's like this amazing diverse soup that is happening with many different lifestyles and coming together. So right now, a lot of people are still going through a little bit of the violet times because they couldn't let go. Now, if you want to know about the violet indigo shift, go on over to one of my other videos, and it explains it a little bit more. So through the violet age, a lot of people had a lot of earthquakes in their lives. Their whole lives were turned upside down, and they really had to face themselves. Some of them have found a new path in life, a new identity perhaps, something that is completely different than what they were living before. And that's what's coming up a lot for a lot of people right now. But there are a lot of woundings. A wounding of the global consciousness is happening too. Woundings in people going through their dark night of the soul. And in this place, there are a lot of healers that are needing to be called forth. So if you are in that world, you are going to have a lot of work, because a lot of people need that healing. Also to help the body, the physical body, evolve into the place that we are living in now. You know, time is speeding up very, very fast. That's part of the indigo shift. And if you can ride it, it would be very good. But if you are stuck in, oh my goodness, what happened to yesterday? What happened to the week? What happened to the year? It went by so quick. Then you aren't living within it, in its moment to moment, living in the now, in the present. Then things can get really wrapped up, because that's the energy of the indigo. If you are riding the indigo flow, then you can manifest a lot of things, manifest ideas. A lot of ideas are coming up, things that can help our planet, because that's the way of the indigo. That harmony, that balance is also balancing nature and technology, because technology is an indigo thing. It is about going forward into our future, but also that balance of not allowing nature to be left behind. And that's what I think that there are a lot of people today who are really fighting for nature to stay alive and fighting for the survival of our planet. So these are going to be challenging times. The indigo essence is very challenging. If you ever know an indigo individual, usually they challenge the truth, they challenge what's coming in, and they expand the idea. They think outside the box, and that's what's also going to be happening too. And it is about stepping into your own empowerment even more and really speaking your truth. So thinking about truth, there is going to be a lot more. There's going to be a lot more transparency. There's not going to be as many lies and false news. It's going to be coming out in the forefront. So there's going to be more transparency in relationships and in politics itself. You kind of can't hide from that indigo essence. It finds its way to truth. So in the last 10 to 15 years, what's been interesting, because I myself have had 2 near-death experiences, and when you have a near-death experience, you come much closer to the other world. And what I found when I came back was realizing that the other side was coming closer and closer to our world. And that's going to be happening more and more. Ever since 2012, it just began to really penetrate our world more and more. And I believe that it is the other world that is helping our world survive. You know, all these many different deaths and passings of people who all of a sudden they're here one day and they're gone the next, or very dramatic ways they leave the earth. But many of them, if they weren't old, they were working on themselves. And that's very interesting to see somebody who was really working on themselves, very positive individual, leave this earth quickly. What I feel and what I have found for myself is that these individuals are working on the other side for us. It's that balance, the balance of this world and the balance of that world. And saying that too, knowing that the other world is coming closer, those of you who are healers or psychics or channelers, or even those who always wanted to see or always wanted to hear, always wanted to feel, wanted more intuition, you're going to have your chance, because this is opening up much more in our world, where we're all going to have to evolve our perception in order to really connect in with what is happening on this planet, awakening ourselves, but also awakening for the other side. Now, it's not going to all be unicorns and rainbows and flowers and hearts, because it's the balance. There is light and there is dark. So you have to protect yourself, especially of those of you who are very, very sensitive. Protection with many of my mother's exercises really help protect your energies from coming in. If you are somebody who is very shy or sensitive, really sensitive, you need to really protect yourself and strengthen up your aura in order to meet these times where it's all about evolving to meet the times, because we're going to have some challenging times ahead. Until next time, my name is Titania from EnergyMedicineWoman.com. Thanks so much.